Have you noticed how Xbox Cloud Gaming ads are suddenly everywhere? You are watching a YouTube video, and boom, there is an Xbox ad telling you that you do not need a console, you do not need a PC, and you can still play big games. On paper, it sounds almost too good to be true, and that is exactly why people have opinions about it. Some are impressed, some are confused, and some are straight up skeptical. So let us talk about what these ads are really saying, and more importantly, how people actually feel about Xbox Cloud Gaming. Let's start with what gamers online are saying about these Xbox Cloud Gaming ads. A lot of the biggest discussions are happening on subreddits like r/xbox and r/xcloud, and you can clearly see opinions split right down the middle. On one hand, plenty of people are genuinely curious or excited about the idea of gaming without a console. They like that you could play big titles on a phone, tablet, or laptop without needing expensive hardware, and some even feel like this could open up gaming to people who would otherwise never be able to afford a console or PC. That's been a strong positive vibe in communities talking about the cloud gaming rollout. On the other hand, there's a lot of criticism too. One of the biggest complaints isn't just the ads themselves, it's what they might mean. Redditors have been poking fun or straight up annoyed about the idea of ads showing up while launching a game, and especially if that ad experience eventually becomes part of cloud gaming itself. Some people on Reddit are worried about ads creeping into sessions or turning cloud gaming into something that feels more like watching TV than playing a game. There's also a broader frustration with Xbox's marketing choices. Some threads push back on ads that show up on dashboards or ads for games that don't even run on the hardware you're using. A lot of players feel like ads shouldn't be part of the core gaming experience, especially if they're paying for a subscription or a console. And then you have those who are skeptical about the technology itself. Even if the ads look cool, some gamers argue the actual cloud experience still lags behind what you'd expect. Things like input delay or lower visual quality compared with playing natively. So to them, the ads feel a bit misleading. So in short, the conversation online isn't just about whether the ads are annoying or clever. It's tied up with bigger questions about the value of cloud gaming, how ads might change the experience, and whether Xbox's marketing matches what gamers actually want. So while a lot of the chatter online is negative, there are parts of this whole Xbox Cloud Gaming ad push that people genuinely like, and it's worth unpacking that before you dismiss everything. First, a surprising number of gamers actually appreciate the idea of an ad-supported free tier. On places like Reddit, people are saying that if Xbox is going to let you stream games without paying for Game Pass just by watching ads, that could actually lower the barrier to entry for casual players or people who can't afford a subscription. They see this as a way to play big titles without spending on hardware or monthly fees. People like the idea of accessibility here. You can jump into a game on any device you already own. That ties into the bigger picture too. Beyond the ads themselves, a lot of gamers are talking positively about what cloud gaming represents. Many users point out that being able to stream games on a phone, tablet, or low-end laptop is genuinely cool. It's portable gaming, and you're not tied to a console or powerful PC. That's something that gets repeated a lot in threads where people compare experiences. They like being able to play while waiting for something else, or when they're not at home with their console. There's also respect for the technology improvements under the hood. People note that latency and stream quality have gotten better over the years, and that on a strong connection, the experience can be pretty smooth. That's a win for cloud gaming itself, separate from the ads, and makes the idea behind those ads feel more legitimate to some players. And honestly, a lot of the positive comments aren't even about the ads directly. They come from people who simply like the concept of Xbox trying something new, trying to reach players who might never buy a console. Even some critics admit the marketing is awkward, but the underlying goal, making gaming more accessible and flexible, is something they can get behind. So in part one, we saw the frustration and the skepticism. In part two, you've got people saying they see real potential here. They like cloud gaming as a way to remove barriers and get more eyes on great games. That's the angle you want to build on when talking about why some gamers don't just hate these ads outright. So, when you put everything together, the real issue people have is not just Xbox cloud gaming ads, it is trust. Gamers are fine with new tech, and many actually want cloud gaming to succeed. But when ads make it look flawless, instant, and perfect for everyone, that is where the pushback starts. People online are basically saying, do not oversell it. Show the limits too. A lot of players agree that cloud gaming works best as a secondary option, not a replacement. It is great for trying a game, playing casually, or gaming when you are away from your console. But for competitive play or long sessions, most still prefer native hardware. When ads ignore that reality, they feel more like hype than honesty. At the same time, people do respect what Xbox is trying to do, making games more accessible, lowering entry costs, and letting more people play is something the community actually supports. If Xbox can be more transparent and less flashy with the messaging, the same ads people complain about today could actually win them over. So the overall feeling is mixed but not hostile. Gamers are watching closely. If cloud gaming improves and Xbox listens to feedback, these ads might age well. If not, they will just be remembered as another case of marketing promising more than the tech could deliver.